Hey, my name's Roman Peshke. I run a $12,000 a month AI automation agency, and I record these videos every day. Reading your questions in the comments below any and all of these videos. They're about how to start an AI automation agency, any problems you have while trying to run one, or just anything about life in general. Then we cover my YouTube channel growth stats, and then I usually cover what I did in the day. So let's get this in. We actually had a down day today, which sucks. Yeah, a little bit of a down day, but it is what it is. Let's jump into these questions. And then, yeah, if you guys have anything at all, I also run a school community called Make Money with AI. It's all about actually making money selling AI services to businesses, whether it's voice agents, automations around like their sales process, lead generation, any of that. It's focused a lot more on the business side, not so much the like super technical stuff. Of course, that is in there, but it's like 80-20 on what will actually put money in your pocket. But enough of that. There we go. We got a follow up from yesterday, which is, use an app or anything for tracking your subs, because I can see you have two other tabs in your YouTube studio, which is subscriber and competitor. Yeah, I think you're looking at vidIQ, I believe it is. I got this a long time ago. So I originally wanted to be a YouTuber when I was a kid growing up, and so I got that Chrome extension because I'd heard other people were using it. But yeah, that's called vidIQ. That will track a couple of things, and it'll give you, subscribers, competitors. It opens up that tab. I don't really use that a whole lot. I don't pay for it. But what I do use it for, which is nice, is when I go to create a video, it'll give me like a score out of 100 on the quality of my title. So that's pretty useful. But yeah, that's called vidIQ. Hey Roman, great content. Quick question. I see YouTubers all producing so much written content, like posts on LinkedIn, Medium, etc. I wonder, how do they manage to produce daily content on all these platforms, build end-to-end stuff, deliver for clients, and then also make YouTube videos? I guess this is more of a time management question, but I wonder how this is realistically possible, and if you have any insight. Am I missing something, or is that using a VA and the content is automated? Thank you, man. So again, I'm not going to speak on anyone's behalf, but there are a couple of things that I've heard are used across big YouTube channels. Especially, I got some insider knowledge from the Hormozy team based on my time there. But for written content, like posts on LinkedIn and like X, stuff like that, that can be fully outsourced and automated just based on existing content that they're putting out. So, like that, of course, they could still be doing it themselves, but that'd be a very easy thing to automate and outsource. What you would automate it is just get like a tone of voice generator thing for yourself. Make sure that it like standardizes the type of content it's outputting. Then you can either check it yourself to have a human in the loop, make sure it's like up to par, or you could just have it published directly. So that one could potentially be a like 0 to 10 minute time ad per week. Building end-to-end stuff. I guess here I'm gonna categorize these a little bit into buckets, because the way I do stuff right now is I break up my day into basically 3 sections. Right now, I have my morning 4-hour block, which is all around lead generation stuff. So that would be planning some content, making new ads, especially like filming new video ads, and doing outreach would be the first 4 hours, anything around lead generation. Then the next 4 hours are typically like client calls, because I still have my hand in a lot of those client calls there. So I'll block out those next 4 for meetings and calls like that, and these are loose 4-hour blocks. Sometimes it's like 6 hours of lead gen, 2 hours of calls, or 2 hours of lead gen, 6 hours of calls. And then the last bucket there would be delivery, which kind of blends into the client calls, But that would be the category of building the end-to-end stuff, delivering for clients, and like those two. And then for me right now, I wrap up my day with making the YouTube videos. But if I were to make longer form content like I'm working on that's more clean and like more intentioned, then the making and planning of those YouTube videos would go into that first 4-hour block of lead generation activities. So just taking a look at your schedule, seeing where you can squeeze in your deep work, where you can squeeze in client calls if you have them, and then setting aside time for delivery and just being regimented with that is how a lot of these guys get that stuff done. Another option is splitting it up by day. So that would be like an example of that would be my Mondays are slammed with client calls. And so typically that whole day is all around delivery, and then I squeeze in the daily update at the end. Then, since I have a day like that, Tuesday is a lot more lead generation focused to kind of make up for what I didn't get done on Monday. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any follow-ups. Roman, love the raw and authentic style of these videos. Do you think an AI automation agency is one of the best business models to get into in 2025? Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be so strict with calling it an AAA. I think there's a massive opportunity with business owners feeling like they are missing out on AI automation or just AI in general. I think there is a massive, and this is from Ryan, I think there's a massive opportunity because everyone knows that AI is here, it's continuing to come, and if you don't adopt it, you are screwed. Since they know that, and maybe they don't have the technical capabilities to go learn the stuff themselves, they're willing to pay a large amount of money for it. And if you're looking to start a business, if AI is the future and you're looking to start a business today, you might as well start a business around AI so that you can become as familiar as possible with all the tools, so you can either double down on that or use that knowledge to supercharge whatever business you pivot into later in the future. So all of that to say, yes, I think AI automation for small business, small to medium-sized businesses is the best business model to get into in 2025. There are multiple clips of like Alex Hormozy saying the same thing. Like if he was going to start from zero today, it would be this type of agency model. And I'm pretty sure like every business guy that's out there making content is saying the same stuff. Get into AI, help businesses implement it. So yes, absolutely. All right. We already covered YouTube channel growth stats. I'm pretty tired. You can probably hear it in my voice. But if you notice in the title, we're up to 12K. So that's pretty cool. We're actually closer to like 16, 17. But I'm trying to downplay just so that it's like a steady revenue number instead of being like 15 today, 17 today. Oh, we lost a client. We're back down to 10. So anyway, hope that makes sense. But that's it for today. And I'll see all you lovely folks